Today we have entertainer, psychic, and author Laura Powers here to talk about her experiences traveling to Mexico. Laura, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So what made you decide that Mexico was the place to be for you right now? How did this all come about?
Well, I was living in LA at the time, and I was starting to maybe move to becoming bicoastal and going to New York back and forth, and I was starting to just get a little burnt out. And I just felt like I needed a break, and I just decided Mexico was right there, but I could still come back if I needed to, and I booked a one-way ticket.
Oh, good for you. So where did you start?
So I started out in Quintana Roo in Cozumel, which was amazing, and then went to Playa del Carmen, Cancun, and then Mexico City.
Oh, that all sounds so amazing right now.
Yes, I know, in the cold weather.
Right. So tell me, I keep reading that Mexico City is just exploding as a center of restaurants and culture and just vibrancy. So tell me about being there so that I can make my next trip there. Tell me about it.
So I was really impressed with how sort of fashion forward it was. It's very design oriented. The people are really friendly. Yeah, lots of amazing food. So if you're a foodie, it's incredible.
Yes.
Lots of nightlife. And I just met the best people.
Now, did you do with the languages? Is there kind of, how is your Spanish, or is it kind of a mix? How did you do?
So I speak a tiny bit of Spanish. So French is my first language, and I took ESL growing up. So I was around a lot of Spanish, so I can understand more than I can say. But that said, you really can get by, I think, most of the time. And they have Uber there now, which is amazing.
Good. So what would you say was the best thing that you took away from your time spent in Mexico? What was your kind of favorite thing that you took away from your time there?
I just loved how friendly everybody was, and that it was just a really nice pace of living and just easy. Like, I just felt like whatever I did, it was going to be fun. I didn't even have to make a lot of plans, and there's so many amazing museums, so many things to see, and it's just a really nice place to spend time.
It just sounds wonderful. But I like also that you can be at the beach, and then you can go to a gigantic cosmopolitan city like Mexico City and kind of be in the middle of it. I like that mix.
Yeah, you can find whatever you want probably in Mexico City.
I like it. Okay, now we also kind of have to switch gears and talk about you being a psychic, which is amazing. And you've also written this book called Supernatural Survival Guide. So kind of tell me about all of your travels being a psychic and how you came about doing this.
Yeah, so ever since I was little, I've seen and sensed ghosts and spirits and other beings. So as I got older, I got training to manage it for myself and became a professional psychic. I really didn't set out to do that. My master's is in poli-sci, and I was an actress before. Like, this is like kind of out of left field for a lot of people. But once I started learning about it, it was wonderful. And I love doing it. I see all these different beings, so they absolutely impact my travel.
Well, this must make you travel all over the place and just really push you beyond borders, what our segment is called. That's so interesting. So tell me about where people can find more information about you.
Sure. So people can find more information for me on my psychic work at healingpowers.net. There's information on my books and my work there, etc.
Thank you so much for being here.